Okay, I'm back. Dr. DePass with Starfish. No love. We're on page 130. 130. Like Texas tea gushing from an oil rig, Dad erupts. The school has got to put a stop to this bullying. Dinner is over, he says, and starts clearing the table, slamming the plates as he stacks them. Mom starts gathering leftovers to take into the kitchen. Liam tries to swipe another lamb chop. Hey, I'm still eating here. Go to your room, Mom orders. Only I stay seated, but nobody pays any attention to me. With the swing door propped open from the dining room to the kitchen, I have a front row seat for all the action. It's like a tennis match when my parents lob words as they argue, except there's no love. I'm calling the school. You're just going to make it worse, Mom says. I silently side with her on this one. There are laws. Dad scrapes the food off the plates. Not easily enforceable, Mom loads the dishwasher. Crash. Oh no, Philip, you ruined a plate. Mom sounds more upset by the broken dish than by what's happening to me. Marissa and Courtney have to be punished. Nobody deserves to be treated like this. Dad grabs the broom. As he sweeps up the pieces, Mom bends down with the dustpan and says, It'll get worse if we make a big deal about it. If she lost weight, all of this would stop. You're incredible, Miriam. You know that? And you're ignoring the effect her weight has on everything. Miriam, someone hurt our child. Don't you get that? What you don't get, Philip, I've heard enough. I get up, and they don't even notice when I leave. Checking on me. Lap after lap, I slap, slap, slap my arms against the water and kick my legs fast and hard. Then I dive under to yell the words I wish I'd said at school and during dinner. Spent, I exhale through my nose, creating a trail of bubbles to the top, where I find Catalina sitting near the steps. Never heard you splash so hard, so long. Thought maybe something was wrong. Came through the new gate to check on you. She squints. Your eyes are really red. Chlorine, I mumbled. Friends shouldn't lie to friends. What's wrong? I shake my head. I just can't. I dive under, swimming and screaming until my lungs burn for air. When I surface, Catalina's still there. She's sitting on the edge, close to me. I glide over to Catalina. Thank you, I say, my voice hoarse from all the crying. I don't know what happened to you or why people are so mean, Ellie, but I do know whatever someone did is a reflection of them, not you. From I to we. The next day I go for a swim like always, and Catalina sits on the deck practicing her guitar like always. I finish my laps and tread water at the side of the pool. I don't think you should stay there. She stops strumming. Do you want some privacy? I want some company. She sets down the guitar and yanks off her jeans and t-shirt. She's in her swimsuit. I've worn it under my clothes for weeks. I thought you'd never ask. We swim. We. You can pack a powerful punch into a two-letter word. Catalina and I circle, splash, dive, and surface, just like the documentary I once saw showing a humpback and a dolphin, an unlikely pair playing in the water. We're mismatched in all kinds of ways, yet we found each other in the ocean of people on the planet and became friends. Treat me better. When Anise stands in my doorway, I know something's up. What do you want? She sits beside me on my bed. To talk? To tell you I'm so sorry about the whole chair thing? Why do you care? Anise scrunches up her face. What's that supposed to mean? You never defend me when Mom or Liam insults me. She hangs her head down. I should. The silence in the room's heavy, like the air when one storms past but another's on the horizon. I haven't been the best sister, Anise admits, or even a good one for that matter. I sit silently, don't disagree. Okay, I suck as a sister, she finally blurts out, but I haven't treated you as badly as Liam has. Oh, well then, that changes everything. I'll go ahead and order your Sister of the Year award. I'll let you know when it arrives. Feel free to hold your breath until then. I point to the door. Out, I have homework to do. Anise gives me a sad smile. You're pretty funny, and I know I'm lucky you're my sister. She puts her hand on my shoulder, and I pull away. I'm sorry. Saying you're sorry doesn't undo all you've done. You're right. All I can do is treat you better starting now, and I promise I will. Sisters at last. I can't help it. I want Anise to feel some of the hurt that I feel, so I let her have it. Do you even realize you haven't called me by my real name since my 5th birthday? Tears well up in her eyes. Don't you dare cry, Anise. You don't have the right to cry. You're the reason everyone calls me Splash. But she can't help it. She buries her face in her hands and sobs. Maybe it's from watching Anise cry. Maybe it's from just thinking about all the years of being called Splash. But a wave of sadness hits. I surrender to the sadness. It's so heavy, dark, and cold. It takes my breath away. Anise leans in and whispers, I do care. I want to be here for you. I let her wrap her arms around me, draw close, hold me tighter, while today's damn tears break free and we both can't stop sobbing. Call by name. An oyster can turn something irritating into a rare and beautiful pearl. People can do that too. Anise and I end up talking for hours as if we're making up for lost time. She says seeing my bruises after the prank with the chair woke her up. I just kept thinking, I can't believe they hurt Ellie. I mean, they really hurt her. I don't tell her the bruises hurt less than the words they've said, that there are wounds she can't see. I don't say anything because I can only focus on one thing. She called me Ellie. Ignored out of existence. Surprise, surprise. Dad calling the school about the chair incident doesn't stop Marissa and Courtney from being mean to me. Now, instead of torturing me, they ignore me and have their friends ignore me too. At first, I think being ignored is better than being humiliated. But then I wondered because when people look right through you, it's like you don't even matter, like you don't exist. And everyone is fine with that. Different and okay. For history class, we're supposed to write a report about a way in which society's changed over the years. I'm writing about how the world's view of beauty based on size has changed. With the help of our librarian, Miss Pochin, I find reliable sources on the internet and books of photos of paintings and sculptures from 100 to 1,000 years ago. They're from cultures around the world and show girls with rolls and curves, girls like me. I learned big girls, even obese ones, were once seen as normal, preferred, beautiful. I can't imagine a world so safe. As I flip through the pages, I start thinking that if I'd lived back then, it could have been me, in the pictures, as sculptures, as art, my body seen as pretty. Miss Pochin comes and checks to see how I'm doing. Finding everything okay? I'm finding a lot, and it's fascinating. Yes, she says, ideas of beauty changes with time. Who knows what people will think years from now about what we consider beautiful today. After she leaves, I think about this. It would be great if people realize that we're all different in all kinds of ways, and different is okay. But I bet there will always be some who don't get it. What's important is that I do. Spewing anger. When it comes to Doc, I'm learning to expect the unexpected. Today she's dressed like the White Rabbit for Halloween. Do you celebrate? She asked. Not so much. Mom's not a fan because of all that candy. I'm not a fan because costumes never fit. It's truly a night of horror. Doc nods and we both laugh when her rabbit ears fall off. When I fork over my list of ugly words, Doc flips through them and stops. Tell me about this one. Chair. I explain what happened in math class and show her some of my bruises. Doc's whispers twitch when she winches. You should be angry from all the bullying, but I don't see you expressing that emotion. Come with me. We go outside and Doc hands me a bottle of soda. Give it a good old shake. I do as I show some side eye. What's this all about? Patience is a virtue. Her rabbit nose makes her sound as if she has a cold. Patience is a virtue, Doc, but impatience is a gift. And I'm gifted. She laughs until she snorts, sending the fake rabbit nose soaring, while I keep shaking the bottle. Now open it, Ellie, but it'll go humor me. Don't say I didn't warn you, Doc. A frothy, fizzling fountain spews all over us. That's a perfect example of what happens when you bottle up anger. Whenever you do release it, it's going to make a huge mess. Mismatched. I spot Mrs. Pochin wheeling a cart full of books to the library. If that cart were a book character, it'd be Cartness Everdeen, quiet and stealthy, I say, coming alongside her. She laughs. You're so clever. That reminds me, I've been thinking you'd make a great student assistant. I could really use some help shelving books and creating displays. You could pack your lunch and eat in the library workroom. Interested? Volunteering in the library would keep me away from Marissa and Courtney in the cafeteria every day, instead of just when I can slip away. I sure am. I just ask that you always have one display of new releases, but I trust you to decide the other themes. A few of the display areas include bulletin boards. Can you decorate them too? I have plenty of ideas, but I'm not very good at drawing or art. No problem. I know just the student to pair you with. The next day, as I gather books about bullies, in walks one, enemy number 3. And we will stop there. That's page 147. So I'll be back with pure garbage.